trust. It's in my head. So I'm shaking out the rust. I think I broke just a little bit. Walk through the fire, made it back again. Lord knows I tried everything I can. Now I'm shaking off the rust. Bang my head against the wall. Try to hold a smile, but I'm sick of it all. Everyone with something to say. Better hold my tongue or I'll make a mistake. I get up, show 'em what I do, show 'em how it's done. I get up, never turn it down, never gonna run, I learn. You think too much, it's in my head. So I'm shaking off the rust and you got no trust. It's in my head. So I'm shaking off the rust. I think I broke just a little bit. Walk through the fire, made it back again. Lord knows I tried everything I can. Now I'm shaking off the rust. You're my heaven, and I'm your hell. She's my weapon, and I can tell you're falling. I'm not here to sell. Get off my level and end my spell. It's just a masochistic love. I've got the push under your shove. It's not the anger in your heart and in the pocket from the start. I'm not the fire in your chest. I'm just the words under your breath. Don't take the liar to your heart. He'll be the one to give you death. But we've got love drugs. Someone's going crazy. Doesn't happen, baby. Let me out my mind. Can't have another moment in another moment. Running in the wild west. Take me back, you know my love's a weapon. Oh, blood is in my veins. You got my message in your brain. I'm not the one to go insane, but I'll keep walking to my grave. And it's not like I got life. I live a little, 2 times, 3 times. I live a little. God, my mind's insane when you keep messing with my brain. But we've got love drugs. Someone's going crazy. Doesn't happen, baby. Let me out my mind. Can't have another moment in another moment. Running in the wild west. Take me back, you know my love's a weapon. Time. Don't get me wrong, I'm just a human in this life. I'm not the one to tell you live right, but the saints are gone and the eyes are closed. In the words we speak are the last we'll know. I'm just a human. Don't get me wrong, I'm just a human. But we've got love drugs. Someone's going crazy. Doesn't happen, baby. Let me out my mind. Can't have another moment in another moment. Running in the wild west. Take me back, you know my love's a weapon. It's not like I got life. I live a little, 2 times, 3 times. I live a little. God, my mind's
Are you ready for some Potters baseball? Potters Baseball brought to you by Stones Broadcast Networks. And now for the play-by-play, here is Mark the Phantom Lowe.
Thank you, disembodied voice, and welcome to McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California for another great night of Lincoln Potters baseball. I am, as the man said, Mark the Phantom Lowe. I'm here with Riley the engineer, Willie Preston the PA guy, the best in the business is right to my right. Carson, the intern coordinator, is to the left. Luke Statwalker is not in his position right now, and he will be docked on the intern rankings. More about that later. The Potters, the second of a three-game series against the California Red Tails. Last night it was the Potters prevailing 9-7, but it was a shaky affair there at the end as the Potters had a big lead at 9-0. The Red Tails closed it all the way down in the eighth inning to 9-7, but then Evan Williams came out of the pen, struck out everybody he saw, everybody in sight, picked up the save, and the Potters picked up their fourth win against a single loss. Will Urey will be throwing tonight out of Macefield, Texas. Hit the right-hander. One outing already. He's 1-0, 4 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, and 5 strikeouts. He was very impressive in that outing, and his mom and dad from Macefield, Texas, were sitting in the best seats in the house, so that was nice. Hopefully they're watching this one tonight as Will gets prepared to take on the California Red Tails, managed by Christian Merriweather, also GM'd by Christian Merriweather and owned by Christian Merriweather. So kudos to you, Mr. Christian Merriweather, for taking over this team. And I think a pretty good-looking group. Let's look at the lineup that Will's going to face, Riley the engineer. Kobe Rowling, who played last night, is at second base. Trujillo, Santa Maria, rounding out the first three. Then Brandon Rockmore, one of my favorite names of all time, the designated hitter. Julian Delphin, Rocco Giamatti. Beckett Montgomery was 2 for 2 and drove in a pair last night. Liam Parrott behind the plate and Gavin Soper in right field. Last night, it was Ethan Baloney on the mound. Tonight, it's Jake Baloney. Oh, yet another Baloney on the mound for the California Red Tails. Will Urey getting ready to start us off, and let's get started off here. I should mention, fireworks night. Not Star Wars night, Disney night, and we have some princesses and Disney characters actually right in front of us right now, Riley. I think Moana may be out there. There's some more. Oh, man, Tinkerbell maybe? Yes, Tinkerbell. Well, that's old school. Here's rolling. First pitch is hit sharply into the hole. Knocked down by Jason Hansen at first. Gets up, throws to Urey, and he can't handle it at first base. Great play by Hansen out of the glove of Urey. It'll be an infield single for Kobe Rowling. And starting off the game with the sharp grounder, that's not Jason Hansen. My bad, Jason's at third. That's Jake Lavin at first base making the diving stop and trying to lead Urey. And that was a tough one because he had to put a little bit too much on it to get it to Will in time. So it's an infield hit for Rowling. Danny Trujillo will be the hitter. And as soon as we get this pitch, Riley, we'll take a look at that defensive alignment, which I've already messed up. So it's a good thing we're doing it early. Here's Danny Trujillo, 0 for 1 last night. He's in center field, and there's a strike. Let's look at it now. We've got Kenny Winters out in left, Brian Williams Jr., Ethan Liao, who showed up last night for the first time, is in right. Hansen over at third. Ronaldo at short. Brett Griffiths is back. Yay! Jake Lavin at first. Aiden Chang behind the plate, and Will Urey on the mound. Trujillo came on late last night. Took over in center field. And was 0 for 1. Urey delivers a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. So it's Disney night. There's our 4. I think that's our 4 characters right there. That's got to be Moana, Tinkerbell, a redhead, and somebody else. Ariel? But Ariel doesn't dress like that. Doesn't Ariel live in the sea or something? Ball in the dirt, going to second. The throw is a little offline by Aiden Chang. And the wild pitch allows Rawling to reach second base. Chang with a good job getting to the ball quickly. Had to throw it across his body. So are we going with Ariel? Okay, and who's our 4th? Yeah. That's Bell? Okay, good. I like that. That's a very, very good lineup. It's not the Fab 4, but it's not bad. One, two's hit to the left side, into the hole, base hit left field. Rawlings going to move over to third. Winters comes up with it and gets it in. So 2 singles, and the Red Tails right away have runners at first and third, and Caden Stamaria will be the batter. didn't play in yesterday's game, Caden out of the College of Marin.
Now batting for the Red Tails, number 24, first baseman Caden Santamaria.
So Maria up here with runners at first and third. We've barely identified the Disney princesses, and we've already got runners at first and third. Fastball is inside, 1-0. So Bell, Tinker Bell, Moana, of course, and Ariel. Good representation. Good representation. Also good representation to the Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts who were doing our honor guard today. I don't know which pack they were from, but they were out there doing a great job. The young lady sang the national anthem on this fireworks Saturday. It's a big snow cone day, I can already tell, as the weather is hovering near the triple digits, but everybody here is basically under the tarp. Of course, they have to venture out to get refreshments, and that's a chore. Fastball on the inside corner. 2-1 on Maria. Left-handed hitter from the College of Marin. Red Tails came up late last night, scored 5 of their runs in the 8th inning. Today they're starting early. Yuri will go to first to Jake Lavin to try to keep Trujillo close. So trying to work out of some trouble here in the first inning. Hit to first base, Lavin can't get it. He'll have to go to first. He was thinking of going to second, couldn't get control, and he flips it to Yuri covering. It's Rawlings going to score. Trujillo moves to second. It's an RBI ground out for Maria. Goes 3-1, and the Red Tails are on the board and have a runner in scoring position with one out and Brandon Rockmore, the hitter. Brandon was 0 for 1 last night. He came on in the 8th inning, was hit by a pitch and then struck out. Did score a run. Come from us, Terra Nova High School. Mr. Rockmore. And he takes inside corner for a strike. And yes, Rockmore is a great name. I mean, I can say that, right? Okay, good. Riley gave me the okay, so obviously he's the arbiter of all that's tasteful. Somebody has a great name, you say you got a great name. Brandon Rockmore. That's great. Fouls it off. Almost would be like if he was on the Flintstones, he would be like a musician on the Flintstones. Rockmore. That's what you'd call him. You know about the Flintstones, Riley? Yeah, that's a pretty good name for the Flintstones, don't you think? Yeah, he would be a left-handed guitarist. I like that. 0-2. Right now he's a very big out for Will Yuri here in the first inning. And he's got the runner coming off second base. He'll run him down himself and tag him out. So taking care of it himself was Will Yuri. I don't know how to write. How do you put that in a scorebook? The pitcher ran him down. One unassisted, I guess. 2 outs and nobody on the base paths. He turned in. If Trujillo went back to second, he might have been able to make it because neither one of the Potters was there, but he knew he was off pretty far, so he went for third. And Will said, I'm just going to run him down myself. And he certainly did as he delivers that one high and outside at 89 miles an hour to Brandon Rockmore, our Flintstone guitarist. That's a curious. I haven't seen that many times. Went around, yes, he did. The strikeout by Yuri. 1 run for the Red Tails. We go to the bottom of the first. Red Tails 1, Potters coming to bat.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Bottom of inning number 1, Red Tails on top 1-0. Jake Lavin, Ethan Liao, and Ty McGraw will be the first 3 hitters. It is Jake Belani, our pitcher, trying to get some assistance on pronouncing the name. So I'm trying to narrow it down and get it right. So Jake Belani on the mound. Out of College of San Mateo, he'll face Jake Lavin, Ethan Liao, and Ty McGraw. And we'll put that Potters lineup up after this pitch from the left-hander. And it is a good one, but outside for a ball. Lavin, Liao, and McGraw. Jason Henson in the cleanup spot. Brett Griffith back in the lineup, batting 7th, and Brian Williams rounding it all off in center field, hitting in the 9th spot. Good-looking pitch inside corner from Belani, and that is a strike. One and one on Jake. High and inside. Jake is 8 for 14 this season. He has scored 5 runs. He has driven in 4 runs. Playing first base. He's played left field. He's played second base. He fouls that one off from the left-hander. Goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes with Ethan Liao to follow. Jake out of Laguna Beach, California. And UC Berkeley. High fastball again. Bringing it in pretty good at 88 miles an hour from Belani. As the 1-0 lead, Red Tails scoring first in this one. Right down inside for a ball, and Lavin, who walked. I got to look this up, make sure I got the right number here. Yesterday, he walked 4 times. He walks on a very close pitch this time. It could have gone either way, and he's over at first base. Last night, the Red Tails victimized. They walked 14. Walked or hit 14 Potters. Here's Ethan Liao. He was 2 for 4 last night, scored 3 times and drove in 1. Out of Dublin, California. It's a chopper, but it's foul down the first baseline. And Gardner-Webb University, which we found out yesterday, was the Running Bulldogs, which is a 0-1, but a very fierce-looking bulldog, to be sure. Piper the Peacock in the house. That's in the dirt. Nice block. Let's look at that defensive alignment, can we, Riley? Of the Red Tails, Jim Eddy in left, Trujillo. Soper is over, and right behind the plate today, Liam Parrott. Beckett Montgomery in the lineup at third. Delphin at short. Rolling back at second. Stan Maria at first. And Belani on the mound. Thank you, Riley. That's a high fastball, but it's inside. Again, pretty good speed at 87 from the left-hander. Ty McGraw DHing tonight in the on-deck circle. Liao settles in, asks for time, gets it, gets himself situated for the 2-1 offering. Another one down low. Nice block again by Parrott, but 3-1 on the number 2 hitter, Ethan Liao. 2 teams meeting again tomorrow, a 1:05 start out here. High and inside again. So a couple of walks to start off the bottom of the first inning, and Ty McGraw will come to the plate, the first baseman. Starting the season off hot, 9 for 17 with 5 runs batted in and 6 runs scored. And he's up here in a good situation in the bottom of the first with runners at first and second. So Beloni has found the speed gun. He's thrown the ball pretty well, but he's just got to get located. And it looks like that one's a little bit inside. One and 0. Combined, I think, 22 walks last night from the 2 teams. McGraw takes it in there for a strike. Took something off that one, did the left-hander, and he evens the count up. Riley, a lot of people are really doing their job as fans by 2 snow cones. 1 snow cone in each hand. Don't waste time. If you got 2 hands, get 2 items. Another good-looking pitch in there for a strike. Another off-speed pitch from Baloney. Sharp hit grounder in the hole between first and second in the right field base hit. Rounding third is Lavin. He's coming to the plate. The throw's going to go to third by Soper. Right on the money, just a little bit late, and we are tied at 1 on RBI for Ty McGraw. And the Padres are on the board. Leal makes it to third. Excellent throw by Soper. But not in time. McGraw picks up RBI number 6. Padres get their first hit in their first run. We're tied at 1, and here's Jason Hansen. Slow start for Jason so far, just 1 for 10 in his 2 outings as a Potter. He is out of Roseville, California. And UC Davis. McGraw at first, Leal over at third. Hits the ball high to center field. Going back is Trujillo. He's in his tracks. The tag at third. Throw comes into second base. That's an easy sacrifice fly and a second run for the Potters, and they are now on top, 2-1. First RBI of the season for Jason Hansen. He does it with a solid line drive to center field, and that'll bring up Aiden Chang, who's also been hard to start the season at 5 for 9. Pair of runs batted in, 4 runs scored for the catcher out of Roseville and Mount Marty University, home of the Lancers. Lonnie's pitch is inside. 1-0 on Chang. That one's fouled off. Ryan Villanueva caught last night for the Potters in the 9-7 win. Had a 2-run home run, was our Raising Cane's player of the game. Aiden Chang, as we said, has been hot so far this season, starting off 5 for 9. So Tinkerbell and Bell are hanging out over there. Moana and Ariel are the other. That's the other 2. We grounder back to the pitcher. Picked up. He's going to go to second and then to first for the out. Nice double play right there. 1-6-3 turned by the Red Tails. That'll end the first inning. We go to the second. Potters on top, 2-1.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of Five Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
Five Star treats us like we're number 1. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're Five Star Bank. How can we help you?
Silverado grill, and I buy the bar double.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not 1 but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today, or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And
Welcome back to McBean Stadium, Lincoln, California. 2-1 our score after a single inning. A lot of action inning. A lot of action after that inning. The Academy of Dance putting on a performance. Tremendous. Just tremendous. Will Urey back on the mound. He's going to face Julian Delphin, the first hitter, then Rocco Giametti and Beckett Montgomery. First pitch is a strike. Oh and 1 on the shortstop. 1 for 2 yesterday. Hits it out towards shortstop. Scooped up by Ronaldo. Over to first by a step. So Ronaldo to Lavin is the first out in the inning, and that'll bring up Rocco Giametti. The left fielder was 0 for 1 yesterday, had a base on balls, was the DH, and is playing out in left field today, left-handed hitter. Out of St. Ignatius High School in San Francisco. Settles in against Will Urey, who gave up a couple hits and a run in the top of the first inning. Puts that one on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Out of Macefield, Texas, Mr. Urey, 6'2", 190 pounds. Look out, that's inside. 1-1. Fireworks night out here tonight. Crowd filling up. Of course, it's tough to tell the crowd out here because there's always so many people at the vendors. Checking out the Brick and Barrel backyard down the first base line. Or Fat Cat, big chopper out to second base. Played well by Brett Griffiths. Over to first for the out. 2 quick outs here in the second for the Red Tails, and Beckett Montgomery will be the hitter. The third baseman came on as a replacement yesterday and was very impressive with a single scored a run and a 2-run double and scored. So he was 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored and 2 runs driven in. Out of Willamette College is Beckett Montgomery, and he's at third base today for the Red Tails. Check swing didn't go, down low. That's also in the dirt, so it's 2-0. Liam Parrott, the catcher, in the 8th spot on deck in case Beckett Montgomery gets something going for the Red Tails here. They are skippered by Christian Merriweather. Potters, of course, Eli Garcia in charge. Harper down to third base. Gives some ground to Hansen. Comes up throwing. Good inning for the pitcher. Good inning for the infield. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Potters on top.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Gooseport Public House, we have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Back in the bottom of the second, Potters on top 2-1. The left-hander Jake Bellani is back on the mound for the Red Tails. He will face Brady Rinaldo, Brett Griffiths, and Kenneth Winters. 6, 7, and 8 for the Potters. Brady looking for his first hit of the season. Had some good defensive plays last night. He is playing shortstop tonight. Played second last night out of Sierra College. Takes a high fastball, 1 ball and no strikes. Potters got a couple walks, and an RBI single from Ty McGraw and a sacrifice fly from Jason Hansen to grab the lead back from the Red Tails in the bottom of the first. Popped up. That is out of play. I hope it doesn't hit the top of this like it did yesterday. That was so scary. Stones, you weren't here for that. Riley, have you explained it to him how scared we were? Oh, my gosh. One ball, 1 strike. It was scary, Stones. It really was. Bellani with the pitch. It is just a little bit too high, 2-1. Brett Griffiths is back from Ball State for his first appearance of the summer. So happy to see Brett from American River College, returning as a Potter legend from last year. That is high again to Rinaldo. 3 balls, 1 strike. Great night for baseball. Everybody says it's too hot. I don't think so. Of course, it's air conditioned in here. That is ball 4. And that will bring up Brett Griffiths. 3rd walk issued by Bellani. And Brett comes up for his first at-bat of the season out of Sacramento, California. I believe Jesuit High School and Ball State University. Hopefully the whole Griffiths family is tuned in. I think grandma is in Redding and great-grandma's in Oregon, or mom's in Redding and grandma's in Oregon. Somebody's in Redding and somebody's in Oregon. I know that. And they brought me cookies. That's all I cared about. I would like more cookies. Swings and misses for a strike. 0-1. I'm just saying that because I know they have local representation too. Hopefully out here at the game to check out Brett tonight. Short lead at first, and that is in there for a strike. Good looking pitch by Bellani. 85 right down the pipe. 0-2. Takes that off-speed pitch down low. Nice block behind the plate by Liam Parrott to keep Rinaldo at first base. But it's 1-2 on the Potters' second baseman. Stones McCoy in the house tonight. Where's the family? I thought the family was coming out. They'll be here in a little bit. Do they know the game starts in the first inning? Oh, you told them not to come at the start. Okay. 1-2 on Brett. VIP Kiln area is thronged tonight. Having a good time down the right field line. 1-2 pitches hit out to left field. Coming on and making the catch out there is Giametti, and he gets it back quickly. Griffiths hit it on the screws, but right to Giametti in left field. So with 1 out, Kenneth Winters is the hitter right here in Lincoln, California. Kenneth Winters coming up here with a runner at first and 1 out in the bottom of inning number 2 here on a fireworks night, on a Disney princesses night. You know, they don't bring any Disney mail. There's no hunchbacks or anything. You know, we're some dudes. You know. Chopper foul by Winters. Brian Williams Jr. batting 9th today is on deck. I mean, just one Disney guy. I mean, like Prince Olaf or somebody. Anybody? Bueller? Anybody? Good pitch right there by Bellani, but he missed the strike zone by, I'm going to say, a little bit. Another short lead by Rinaldo at first base. Foul ball off the right side by Kenneth Winters, and he's down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 4 for 14 on the season. That's a .286 average for Kenny Winters. Misses with the fastball outside. 2-2. These two teams, as we said, meet again on Tuesday. Then as far as the Potters go, they're going to be in action again on Tuesday. Against the Marysville Giants, it looks like. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch. Bellani with the strikeout, his first. And Brian Williams Jr. will be the hitter. Yeah, the Marysville Giants are in on Tuesday. So Sunday a game against these Red Tails. Monday is off. Tuesday the Giants, and a couple of days off before a weekend series against the AE Express. That will be another Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon affair. So 2 outs here in the inning, and Rinaldo still over at first base. Williams, who is 6 for 19. He has scored 8 runs, and he's stolen 8 bases already. So he's setting quite the pace. Out of Midwest City in Oklahoma. Up here with 2 outs now. A good fastball right in there for a strike. 86 from Bellani. Ethan pitched yesterday. Jake on the mound today. Ethan from Sierra College. Jake from College of San Mateo. There goes the runner. The pitch is high. The throw to second from Paradis. Not in time, and it's a stolen base for Brady Rinaldo. Timed that one perfectly against the left-hander, and got in there with these. Nothing really Parrott could do. He made an accurate throw, but it was not in time. Jake Lavin, the top of the lineup on deck for Lincoln, if Brian Williams Jr. can keep it going here in the second. Padres scored in the first 4 innings last night. Williams takes inside. 3 balls, 1 strike on Brian. The guy with a Mookie Betts jersey down there, I don't think it's him, but he does have his glove on his head, so it could be, because that's what ball players do. That's called strike 2. The umpire rings him up, but it's only strike 2. That's a bad look, though. I mean, it was a tremendous, he rang him up. You are strike 2. 2/3 of the way out. Good ad-lib up. That is high and inside. That is ball 4. 4th walk issued by Jake Bellani. And he'll bring up his first walk. That's Jake Lavin, who has walked 5 of his last 6 at-bats. 4 times yesterday, and then he flied to left. And he walked his first time today. These pitches not missing by much, though. That's inside. That one missed by much. 1-0 on Lavin. Ethan Liao will follow Jake either this inning or the next. Left-hander at 8 for 14. Swings and fouls the off-speed pitch back. Tremendous experiment last night with the water slides out front. Riley, you didn't make it to the water slide, did you? I kind of thought you might take a break between innings and go hit it. Go cool off a little bit. Would have been nice to have today. Back to the old bounce house down the left field line. Lavin takes outside. 2-1. Opening up that, I like the way they moved it out there. Open up that little food court area right there with the Fat Cat and Sports de Mexico and the Potter's Own stand there. They do make a mean hot dog. Tries to drop in the breaking ball, but it is too high. I don't see any more. Unfortunately, Riley, well, the end of the month on the 25th is the next Wednesday, so maybe that'll be Wine and Wiener Wednesday. I know you loved that one. Trying to figure out what wine went best with the what wiener. I know that. And that's ball 4. So Lavin walks yet again. That'll load him up. Rinaldo moves over to third. Williams at second. Lavin at first. And Ethan Liao, who was 2 for 4 last night, walked and scored today. He scored 4 runs in a game and an inning out of Gardner-Webb with the running Bulldogs. Stones, you got to see a picture of the running Bulldog. Because Bulldogs aren't really that mobile, but this Bulldog, pretty good. You wouldn't think running Bulldogs would be a name you'd put together. But these college kids, you'd be sleepy Bulldogs, grumpy Bulldogs. Ethan hits it into the hole, right field base hit. Here comes one, here comes Williams. He'll score easily. The throw will go to third. It's on the money, and the tag is there, and he is out at third, is Jake Lavin. So Ethan Liao comes through with a 2-run single to right field. The Potters score 2 in the second. We'll go to the third. They're up 4-1.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Top of inning number 3, Potters up 4-1. They continued their habit of scoring early, scored in the first 5 innings last night. Scored 2 in each of the first 2 innings tonight. The Liao RBI. The parking lot Potters are back. Back. Okay, 2 of them is all I need. Now, can you get out of the way so I can see the game? You guys have been here longer than anybody. He stands right in my way. Good man, good man. Good to see him back, the parking lot Potters. Urie's pitch is a little bit too high. 1-1. Our hitter is not on the Potters. He's on the other team. It's Liam Parrott. Thought about going after that one, held off, and it's a good thing. It was a slider, and it was outside. 2-1 to Parrott. Out of Branson High School. Again, I had to run down all this information myself on the interwebs. That is fouled back. Took me a long time on each player. I had to type their name in and then type stuff in and then look at all the entries. Not an easy job. Barrett will be followed by Gavin Soper. Swings and misses there. And then Kobe Rolling. And that is strike 3 on Parrott. He is the second strikeout victim for Will Urie. And Will will now face Gavin Soper, who is, I think, today's Dueling Dogs batter, which means if he strikes out, it's half off Dueling Dogs at the Brick and Barrel backyard down the right field line. Soper last night was 1 for 3. Played out in center field last night. Andrew Gamble was over in right. Soper was 0 for 3. He had an RBI in the game last night. To be more precise, he made way for Danny Trujillo later on in that one. So he is up here now with a 1-ball, no-strike count. Left-handed hitting right fielder that made an excellent throw to cut down Labin at third base to end the bottom of the second. That is down low for a ball. A couple of good throws. Stones was pointing out a couple of good throws last night. I think Andrew Gamble was playing right. He had a nice throw. And also, somebody else might have been Soper from center field. A couple of good outfield throws. There's a fastball in there for a strike. 2-1. 88 from Will Urie. Right-hander out of Macefield, Texas. Gets the chopper down the first base line. Foul. Now we're 2/3 of the way there to the Dueling Dogs half-off sale. Good to see the parking lot Potters back in the house. 2 of them anyway, you know. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes, and that's half off. Get up and go, everybody, down the first base line. 2 strikeouts in a row for Mr. Urie in the second. He'll take on the leadoff hitter, Kobe Rolling, who got an infield single back in the first inning. It was a ground ball down the right side, and a diving stop by Lavin at first and tried to feed it to Urie covering, but Will couldn't handle it. And Rolling was right there as well, so the infield hit for Kobe. His first one of the series. Swings and misses at that one from Will Urie. Took something off at 82. Oh and 1. Shows bunt, takes the strike, 0-2. Coming in from third was Jason Hansen. Over at first is Jake Lavin. Brett Griffiths at second. Brady Rinaldo is the shortstop. 2 outs here in the third, and an 0-2 count on Kobe Rolling. That one goes back to the backstop, despite the best efforts of Aiden Chang, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. I don't see Piper. I don't see any of the Disney princesses around. Oh, they go down. I know the princesses go over to the concourse. You know, kids come by, hang out. Breaking ball. Call strike 3. What an inning for Will Urie. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Potters on top.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Jake Bellani out for his third inning of work for the Red Tails. They trail it 4-1. He's been good. He's thrown the ball well, but all 4 runs against him have been scored. They got on base via the walk. Potters with only 2 hits through the first 2 innings. They do have a strikeout as well. Here's Ty McGraw, who had an RBI single his first time up. Good fastball in there for a strike. 86 miles an hour. So, yeah, it's just a situation. And some of those walks were clear-cut. Some of them had some pitches that were borderline, but that's why these guys are playing during the summer, getting some more innings in. McGraw takes inside. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ty. 10 for 18 now, with 6 runs batted in after the RBI back in the first. Takes a rainbow inside. 2-1, a little bit too high as well. Like I told you, Riley, a lot of snow cones going out the old gates today. A lot of you need to go get one. I think you do. I think you can get a break. Call the boss, have him come in and take over for you, and go get yourself a snow cone. Quit complaining. Just go get one. McGraw takes the fastball high, 3-1. Just call Pops. Say, hey, once in a while, do something for your kids. Come in, hang out, or Pops can get you the snow cone. Except, oh, that's right. We did see chocolate, didn't we, last year? Crazy, 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 crazy. The world of the snow cone. Popped up left side. In foul territory. Montgomery chasing it down the line, and it is in foul territory and out of play. Over by the Fat Cat. Benders, and whatever Bender is behind Fat Cat was actually closer to it, but they're totally blocked off. I think that's the canned beer stand out there, but I'll have to go out and look myself. Maybe when you go get your snow cone, you can check that out for me, Riley. Full count on Ty McGraw to open up the bottom of inning number 3 out of Gardendale, Alabama. Mom Tracy is watching, hopefully back in Gardendale. We need the numbers, is what I'm saying. Ball 4. Stones Broadcast Networks, Lincoln Potters Baseball on YouTube. That's how you find us. That's how you subscribe and never miss a game. We move the times around on you a little bit, so hey, whatever time we're coming on, we'll let you know. Riley will turn on the machine early, so we got a game coming up. If you get him a snow cone. If you don't, he probably won't. That's walk number 6 for Bellani. Delivers that one right down the middle for a strike to Jason Hansen, who has a sacrifice fly in his only appearance, his first RBI of this summer. For the right-handed hitter out of Roseville, California, and that one is a little bit outside, a little bit low as well. I think I'm speaking it into existence, Riley. I'm saying that, and all of a sudden I see more and more snow cones. It's crazy. I haven't seen a chocolate one yet. You need to go to this vendor yourself and talk to him about that. That one gets away from Parrott and going down to second base is McGraw. That one will be a pass ball. And I thought it might be called a strike. It was not. It was inside. But it goes back to the backstop, and McGraw now in scoring position at second base with nobody out here in the bottom of inning number 3 from McBean Stadium in a lovely, slightly warm Lincoln, California. Great crowd out here. It's a fireworks night. It's a Disney night. It's a cider Saturday, which I was not aware of until Willie told me. That's it sharply down past the third baseman in the left field for a base hit. Scooped up out there by Giametti. He gets it in. Hansen thinks about going for 2 and goes back to first, I think probably wisely. That one handcuffed Montgomery at first, and again, at third baseman at this time on this field. They're fighting the sun at all times. And that one just got under Beckett before he could get a glove on it. Hansen with the base hit, the third hit for the Potters, and here's Aiden Chang. Hit into a 1-6-3 double play his last time up, so Aiden now 5 for 10 on the year. With a pair of runs batted in and 4 runs scored, he's got a chance for at least one more RBI with McGraw at third. High fly ball, left field. Giametti didn't seem to even know it was there. Now he's following it into foul territory, reaches up and makes a nice catch. It'll be a sac fly, but really good play by Rocco Giametti in left field. Sacrifice fly by Chang. Gives him the RBI, gives the Potters their 5th run. But really tough. Giametti obviously didn't see it at first, and then a full-out sprint toward left field where the bullpens are, and he made the catch in foul territory for the first out. Hansen had to stay at first. He didn't have to, he did. And Ronaldo will be the hitter. Brady walked and scored back in inning number 2. Still looking for his first hit of the summer. He's got Hansen on first. Swings and misses. That's in the dirt. That's a good block by Parrott. Keeps it alive. I get to be involved in the text message exchange between Riley and his dad trying to get a snow cone. Watermelon or bubble gum flavor? Forget it. You don't get one. High pop-up. Catcher Parrott coming back is probably going to be out of play. And it is on top of the tarp. Much less of a thud than when it hits on top of this building. I'll tell you that right now, right, Luke Statwalker? Crazy, man. That still haunts me. I couldn't sleep last night. Oh, boom. Looking up on the roof and seeing if there's somebody playing ball up there. 1-2 now. Bellani checks first base with Hansen taking a short lead. That one is hit down third base way and foul. Scattering some of the red tails over there. High for the pass. The throw to first base. Hansen is back. I like to give the red tails their due. Red tails honoring the Tuskegee Airmen, African-American fighter pilots who served with distinction during World War II, known for their distinctive red-painted aircraft tails. Overcoming significant diversity and adversity to become one of the most respected units in U.S. military history. That is popped out of play, so definitely worthy of having a team named after him. Kudos to the California Red Tails and Mr. Christian Merriweather for making that happen, and he is skippering the ball club over there, playing their second game of the season. Trailing at 5-1 now, as the Potters have scored 1 here in the third on the sacrifice fly by Aiden Chang, his 3rd RBI of the summer. Good-looking pitch, just misses inside. Again, that was one of those borderline pitches that didn't go Bellani's way, but he is throwing the ball well. And that runs the count full at 3-2. That's a chopper, but it's fouled down the first baseline. John Maria comes over and handles it. Again, I'm part of this fascinating exchange between Riley and his dad about getting his snow cone. His dad sends him the picture of the menu. There's like 7 billion flavors of snow cones, Riley. Literally. Swing and a miss. He got the strikeout. That is the 2nd strikeout for Bellani, and he'll face Brett Griffiths, who lined out to left field his last time up. Cherry, cotton candy, pink, and watermelon, although they'd spelled gator melon. You're not getting bubble gum. I'm sorry. You're not getting bubble gum. Griffiths out of Sacramento and Ball State University, 0 for 1 so far. Lining it out to Giametti in left field. There's a call strike on the inside corner. So that one went Bellani's way, and he is ahead in the count 0-1. That's in the dirt. Nice block again by Liam Parrott to keep Hansen at first base. (5-1), bottom of inning number 3 on a beautiful night for baseball out here in Lincoln, California at McBean Stadium. That one's hit foul, scattering the red tails out in front of the dugout. Usually it's the Potters out in front of their dugout that get scattered. This time it was Brett turning on a breaking ball from the left-hander Bellani and just drilling it right at the Red Tails congregated outside their dugout. And if you say, why don't they get in their dugout? Nobody is in their dugout anymore. I'm sorry. This is the 2000s, baby. Line drive, base hit, left center field. Hansen's going to round second. He's thinking about going. Now he's going to go back. It's coming up with it right away was Trujillo. So Brett Griffiths, another line drive. This time his first hit of the summer. He is at first. Hansen is at second. Fourth hit for the Potters. And Kenneth Winters is the hitter. 2 in the first for the Potters, 2 in the second, 1 here in the third so far. And Kenny Winters, or as I call him, Kenneth Winters, is coming out as the Red Tails congregate on the mound to discuss strategy of some sort, as they really have a guy who is getting ready to warm up. He's not ready at all. Uh-oh, this is bad. That's bad news. So Stone sends a picture from the snow cone place. The line is crazy. It's almost like it's snow cone night. And you know he's not standing in any lines, Riley, so you're not getting no snow cone. Then you ain't getting no snow cone. First and second. 2 outs here in the inning. Number 34, Angel Martinez Castillo, warming up in the pen. Out of, as best I could tell, Will C. Wood High School in Vacaville. But again, he is nowhere near ready to come in. So Bellani will have to weather the storm here with Winters at the plate in the dirt. Struck him out in the second inning. So Kenneth is 0 for 1, 4 for 15 on the season. He is out of right here in Lincoln, California. And Carlin C. Coppin Elementary School, to get more specific. Winter swings and fouls it back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Some big Disney fans coming up the stands here. I can tell with the Mickey Mouse. You know, you can always tell the Disney fans. You're declaring your allegiance to the mouse. Mickey Mouse shirt, Lincoln Potters hat. You can't go wrong with those two. Follow, that's the North Star right there. What Disney character would be the best Potter? Interesting question they should ask the players, probably on one of those little interview things. I think Goofy would be pretty good. Write that down, Luke Statwalker. Fouled out of play. Are you the one who does the interviews, Luke? Brandon does? He records them. Don't let him talk. Oh, no. He's either Voldemort or he's the catcher kid out of the Sandlot movie, Porter. He's one of those two. We'll talk about it. Yeah, what Disney character would be the best Potter? Or what Potter would be the best Disney character? I think, would Luke say he should be Hercules? Hit sharply down to third. Montgomery scoops it up. He's going to go to short way at second for the out. So 1 run for the Potters in the third. We'll go top of 4. Potters 5, Red Tails 1.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. A friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central...
Top of inning number 4. Riley and I having an argument. What are we having? If you got a friend in me, Toy Story's Pixar, right? We think it is anyway. Willie's spinning it anyway. He didn't care. Outside for a ball. It's Danny Trujillo, then Caden St. Marie, and Brendan Rockmore. 2, 3, and 4 for the Red Tails here in the 4th. Good looking pitch right in there for a strike. Will Urey coming off an inning in which he struck out the side. That was the 3rd inning. 2 swinging and 1 watching. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. Want to shout out to Brett Schaefer, the owner of Epic Sports Cards. He's got a table out here tonight. Check him out at www.epicsportscards.com. Down low, 2 and 2. epicsportscards30@gmail.com. He's on Insta, too, as we all are. Breaks by Epic. I don't know what that even means, but that's what he is on Insta. So check him out. Swing and a miss. Urey runs the total to 4 straight. Red Tails retired via the strikeout. It'll bring up Caden St. Maria. Urey in his last outing struck out 5 in 4 innings. He has now 5 in 3 1/3 with the 4 straight. And here is Maria, who grounded out to first base, got himself an RBI back in the 1st inning. He drove in the only run for the Red Tails. Comes to us from the College of Marin, left-handed hitting first baseman. Takes the breaking ball, takes a swing and misses it. Evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Inside corner, strike 2. I'll tell you, I think the one Disney I would not let anywhere near probably would be Dumbo, because that movie got some spacey scenes in it. Have you ever seen that movie, Dumbo? Oh, man. Wow. There's a scene in there that's a tripping scene. It is tripping. Doesn't have anything to do with the Potters or anything, but just was thinking about Dumbo. Thinking about old school Disney, you know. These kids in their new school inside. But you got to think about old school Disney. Who would be a good Potter? Yeah, Snow White, you know. Dumbo would be an excellent catcher. Yeah. Knock the ball down with his ears if it's a wild pitch. Swing and a miss. That is strikeout number 5 in a row. And 6 overall for Will Urey. That one was on the breaking ball. And now it's Brendan Rockmore, who struck out his first time up. He is the DH today. Was 0 for 1 yesterday. So up here for his 2nd time in this one. And he's facing a Will Urey who's kind of locked in as he drops a breaking ball in there for a strike. He has retired 10 in a row now since the Trujillo single back in the 1st inning. First 2 batters singled, and he's retired everybody since then, with 6 of those via the strikeout. So Rockmore, 1 ball, 1 strike. Make that 1 ball and 2 strikes. Will's pitching like a guy who wants to get us to the fireworks, but you got to remember, Will, the fireworks don't take effect unless it's not dark enough. So that one is a little outside. Credit to Aiden Chang for trying to move it over, trying to frame it in a very generous fashion, but the umpire not fooled. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Will is on a roll. That is 11 in a row retired. That is 6 strikeouts in a row. 2 straight innings of all 3 via the strikeout. Go to the bottom of the 4th. Potters 5, Red Tails 1.
If you're in need of a seasoned DUI attorney, contact the law office of Samuel D. Burns Incorporated. We are familiar with the laws surrounding your case, and we will work diligently to minimize the negative impact following a DUI charge. With a proven track record, Sam Burns works on your behalf to provide a positive outcome. He's been able to save his clients' driver's licenses and negotiate more favorable terms. Visit our website.
So many local businesses trust Wizix Technology Group when it comes to their office technology. Wizix is a full-service, locally owned company with exceptional service, supplies, and support, which guarantees quick delivery and response times. Copiers, printers, scanners, business phone systems, EV charging, document management, and more. Join the ever-growing list of local businesses and win with Wizix, the largest independent provider in the Valley. Wizix, office technology made easy.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it. We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Bottom of inning number 4 from McBean Stadium. Mark the Phantom Low along with Riley the Engineer, Luke Statwalker, Carson, Willie Preston, Parking Lot Potters, Matt Lundgren's in here. It's crazy. Potters will send up Brian Williams Jr., then the top of there, Jake Lavin and Ethan Liao. And we've decided that the Disney character that would be the best Potter was Hercules, because he's Hercules. But the most disruptive and perhaps more entertaining would be Jack Sparrow from the Pirates of the Caribbean, who would not make it through the game without being ejected by the authorities. Jack Sparrow and Piper would make a great combination. Oh, man. I don't think Jack Sparrow would do any better racing than Piper does. New pitcher is Angel Martinez Castillo. Number 34 takes over for Jake Bellani. Look out, that's inside. Who went 3 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 6 walks, and 2 strikeouts. I thought he threw the ball pretty well. Just obviously having trouble with the location. And when you walk that many and they get a couple of hits, they become timely in those situations. But not a bad throwing the ball the first outing as Williams takes the base on balls. His second. 7th issued by the Red Tails, and Brian is a pretty good bet to take off on one of these next 2 pitches as Jake Lavin comes to the plate. He has walked 6 out of his last 7 times. He's been to plate 1 time in 2 games and walked 6 times. Left-handed hitter from Laguna Beach, California. Playing at first base for the Potters. Scored his 6th run of the year back in the first inning. He's also driven in 4. There goes Williams. The throw by Parrott's going to be too late. Threw it down there on a hop. Almost got it there quicker, but Williams was gone, so he's in at second base. That is Brian's 9th stolen base of the season already. And we're only in the, what is this, the 5th game or the 6th game? 3, 4, 5, 6th game. And he has 9 stolen bases already. At this rate, he will finish with a lot. That's my analysis. He might take off right now anyway. There he goes. No, he faked it. He faked me out, and it's high for a ball. He's got Delphin, the shortstop, tried to keep him close, but when Julian went back to his spot, it looked like Brian was going to just take off against the new pitcher, Angel Martinez Castillo. Sails that one high. So 3-0 now. Ethan Liao, who has a walk and a 2-run single on deck. And that is ball 4, and Jake has to be set a 2-game record for most walks. We have a meeting at the mound. Looks like Christian Meriwether is going to go out and talk to his pitcher as we've got back-to-back base on balls. That's 8 issued by the Red Tails in 3+ innings. And Ethan Liao out of Dublin, California, and Gardner-Webb College is coming up to the plate. Talking things over, first and second, probably going to see how we're going to deal with Brian Williams, who will almost assuredly take off from second base, and maybe they're trying to anticipate when that will happen. Two teams meet again tomorrow, 1:05 right here at McBean Stadium, then a day off. Then the Marysville Giants come in. Marysville Giants and the Red Tails and the South Bay Storm Chasers, all in the same league, the Bay Area Collegiate League, BACL. We'll also see the Pleasanton Jacks from that league, and I think one other team as well. The Chico Lone Wolves. So got a lot of the BACL on the schedule in the next couple of weeks for the Lincoln Potters. They start league play in about 2.5 weeks. First pitch, and that hits Ethan Liao, and he will flip the bat away and go down to first base. He is on base for the 3rd time, and that brings up Ty McGraw, who has singled in a run and has walked and scored. So he's 10 for 18, 6 RBI, and 7 runs scored for Ty, and he's up here with the bases loaded, and literally a pitcher hasn't thrown a strike yet, which I know they're going to just go ahead and say, if you see a good one, go ahead and swing at it. McGraw takes a strike. Potter fans encouraging Martinez Castillo. Maybe a little bit cynically, but not me. That one's outside. 1-1. No activity for the Red Tails. That is outside, 2-1. Don't see any snow cone in Riley's way, so obviously Dad not successful waiting out the line down there. McGraw takes strike 2. Two and two now. Williams at third. Lavin at second. Liao at first. In the dirt. 3-2. Great night for baseball out here. Great night for fireworks. Chopper out towards second base. Giving ground is Rawling. He'll go to first for the out, and a run will score. Williams crosses the plate. Moving to third is Lavin. Moving to second is Liao. McGraw picks up the RBI. Potter scored their 6th run. They still have runners at second and third, and now Jason Hansen, who has a sacrifice fly and a single, coming up to the plate. Big chopper. Rawling did the only thing he could. And the first out recorded here in the 4th. That is inside. Might have got a piece of Jason. Nope, guess not. 1-0. 2-0. And that one did hit Hanson, and he can't avoid it. And he literally couldn't avoid it. That'll load the bases again, so 2 hit batters and 2 walks in the inning. And that'll bring up Aiden Chang. Hanson taking his time getting down to first base. Probably not that happy about getting plunked in the back. I don't really blame him. So Aiden is got into a double play and hit a sacrifice fly. Picked up his 3rd run batted of the season back in inning number 3. Hit a long fly ball down the left field line that Giametti ran a really nice play on in foul territory. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the 4th. 1-0 on the high fastball. Now there's activity in the Red Tails pen. High and inside again as Chang was trying to stride into that one. Had to kind of back out of the way of it as it came in high and tight. 2-0 on Aiden from Mount Marty University. Inside again, 3-0. Nicholas Goff, the right-hander, stretching it out for the Red Tails in the pen. That's a foul ball on the 3-0 pitch by Aiden Chang. Nicholas Goff is out of Cal State East Bay. And he has packed it in and come into the dugout, so he is ready to go if needed for the Red Tail. Potters with just 4 hits in the game, but 8 walks and 2 hit batters by the Red Tails pitchers have aided the cause immeasurably. That one misses outside and a run will score. Coming in is Jake Lavin. Liao moves to third. Hanson now to second. The base on balls gives Chang another RBI. Potters now on top 7-1, and Brady Rinaldo, the hitter. He has struck out and walked out of Sierra College. Potters shortstop tonight. That one just a little bit too high and inside. 1-0 on Brady. Part of the Sierra College Wolverine team that went to the Final Four for state baseball playoffs. Beating number 1 ranked Santa Rosa on the way. Inside again, 2-0. Brett Griffiths on deck. Just 1 out here in the inning. The Ty McGraw RBI ground out. 3-0 now on Brady. Liao at third, Hanson at second, Chang at first. That one is a call strike. Outfield straight away for Rinaldo. A little deeper in left with Giametti. And inside. That is ball 4. Liao will score. We're going to get a pitching change for the Red Tails. Rinaldo will get the RBI, his first on the season. It is now 8-1, and we're going to get a new pitcher. We'll step away, come back, bottom of the 4th. Potters up in this one.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of Five Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
Five Star treats us like we're number 1. They're right there with suggestions, with help, So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're Five Star Bank. How can we help you?
Well, I walk into the room, passing out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. And I buy the bar.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today. Or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and...
Back here, bottom of the 4th inning, Potters with the bases loaded. Brett Griffiths coming up to the plate. The new pitcher is Nicholas Goff, the right-hander out of Cal State East Bay. He will inherit the bases loaded situation from Martinez Castillo. And swing and a miss by Griffiths on the first pitch. 86 miles an hour from the right-hander, Nicholas Goff. Hansen's at third. Chang is at second. Rinaldo is over at first. Potters have scored 3 times in the inning. Griffiths takes high and outside. Potters did the same thing yesterday. Scored 9 runs in the first 4 innings. Then the Red Tails came back and made it a game at 9-7. Griffiths swings and misses. Sneaky fast maybe for Nicholas Goff. And Brett steps out. Talks to himself for a second, steps back in, the product of Sacramento Jesuit High School and American River College as well. Swings and fouls that one off. Deceptive fastball, that one at 87 from Nicholas Goff. Red Tails and Potters back at it tomorrow, 1:05 right here from McBean Stadium, and we are on the air at 12:50 as per usual, something like that. Griffiths fouls off an off-speed pitch, 1-2. And the day off on Monday, coming back on Tuesday to visit with the Marysville Giants, so they're going to visit with us, actually. I believe that's a new team out of Marysville. And then 2 days off for the Potters before a weekend series against the Athletic Edge Express. Griffiths takes high and inside, evens the count 2-2. So Goff, the third pitcher. Palani started, went 3 innings. Then Castillo goes in a third of an inning. Leaves the bases loaded. He's given up 3 runs and responsible for the 3 on base. Griffiths takes ball 3. No, call strike 3. He backed up and umpire rings him up. So Goff comes in and gets a strikeout, the first hitter he faces. And the 9th batter of the inning will be Kenneth Winters. So Winters, who has struck out into a fielder's choice, comes up here with the bases loaded. Out of Lincoln, California. 6-footer. He's out in left field for the Potters tonight. Swings and fouls it into the catcher's glove for a strike. Again, Goff with about 86 miles an hour, throwing strikes here. That's fouled out of play, so it's quickly 0-2 on Kenneth Winters. He is .250 on the season, 4 out of 16. That's in the dirt. Bounces away. Here comes runner from third. The toss to home is going to get away. He's safe. Here comes the second runner around. The throw will be too late. He is also safe. Ball still rolling around. And the Potters score a pair of runs on the wild pitch and throwing error. Hanson scored the first one. It was Chang with the second one. Rinaldo ends up at third. Hanson scores on the wild pitch. And then the error allows Chang to score. So the Potters have scored 5 times here in the fourth inning. They lead at 10-1. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Kenneth Winters. Breaking ball is swung on and missed. He got him on strike. So Goff comes in, kind of shuts things down. We'll go to the fifth. Potters 10, Red Tails 1.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Top of inning number 5. New pitcher is Drew Kirby, the right-hander at 6'6", out of Cookeville, Tennessee, in the University of Louisiana Lafayette. First pitch is a strike to Julian Delphin, the shortstop. Closing the book on Will Urey, 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 7 strikeouts. Both hits the first 2 batters, and he retired 11 in a row. Breaking ball catches the inside corner. The 6 last outs he recorded were strikeouts. Struck out the side in the 3rd and the 4th. Kirby's pitch is check swing, he went around. The strikeout recorded by Drew Kirby. And that'll bring up Rocco Giametti. So Giametti, who grounded to second back in the second, and that is the first batter of the Farmers' fifth inning. So Farmers Brewing Company products, half off for the entire inning. If you can get down here, you can take advantage of that. Or if you're in the building, you can also take advantage of that. Kirby's fastball is too high for a ball at 89 from the right-hander out of Cookeville, Tennessee. I'm not familiar with what part of Tennessee that is. That slice foul down the left field line by Giametti. Rocco from St. Ignatius High School down in San Francisco, 0 for 1 yesterday and 0 for 1 with the ground out so far today. That was against Yuri back in the second inning. Inside with a fastball from Kirby. 2-1 now. Giametti followed by Beckett Montgomery. That's fouled back to the screen. So quickly, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Rocco Giametti. DH in last night, left field today. Breaking ball, outside corner, call strike 3. 8 straight strikeouts for Potter's pitchers. And with 2 outs here in the 5th, Beckett Montgomery will be the next hitter. Montgomery 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBI last night. Grounded to third in his only appearance here today. Beckett from Willamette College. Kirby delivers a high fastball for ball 1. So Yuri goes 4 innings as he did his first inning. So he has 8 innings. He's allowed 9 hits, 4 runs, and struck out 12. And his outing last time was kind of misleading because he was allowed only 1 run and there were 2 outs in his last inning, and he had a pop-up. They had an infield single and then a pop-up that dropped between 3 fielders and nobody wanted to catch it. Ended up 2 runs scoring. Line drive right field coming on and playing it on a hop in right field and then throwing it to first base to try to get him out was Liao, and he just barely missed doing so. It's a single for Montgomery, his 3rd hit of the weekend. 3rd hit for the Red Tails, and it ends the 8 consecutive strikeout streak for Potter's pitchers and brings up Liam Parrott. The catcher struck out back in inning number 2 in his only appearance out of Branson High School. Right-hand inning catcher. Pretty good lead by Montgomery over at first base. Breaking ball catches the inside corner for a strike. Kirby at 6'6" takes a second to get rid of that ball in the stretch, or from the stretch. Swings and misses, does Parrott. 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Slider outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We are in the top of inning number 5 from McBean Stadium. Potters scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, or 1 in the third, and then 5 in the 4th. That is just a little bit too low. Red Tails scored 1 in the first after 3 batters had appeared at the plate, and then until the Montgomery single, nobody else had got on base. And now it's 2-2 on Liam Parrott. Gavin Soper follows him. Fastball, call, strike 3. That's the inning. A good inning for Drew Kirby. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Potters on top, 10-1.
comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Bottom of inning number 5. A stellar performance from the Expressions Dance Academy of Music, something like that. Anyway, they were performing between innings, and Nicholas Goff, who is the third pitcher for the Red Tails, completes his warm-up tosses, and he was watching the action. I can't blame him. Pitch to Brian Williams Jr. is fouled off. Meanwhile, the little suggestion I made to Riley about what Potter would be a good Disney character or vice versa, all of a sudden the interns have run with that. They've compiled an entire team and are now working on Star Wars characters. I would like to see those two teams. When you're done, I will put them on and we will have votes of who would win. That's a strike. And I will have managers of both teams on the air and we will talk about your team. Okay, well, I want to see them. Oh, 0-2. High pop fly out to short right center field. Going out to second baseman Rowling. Coming in the right fielder. Did he make the catch? He did not. And Williams is going to go back to first with a single. Soper came out, tried to get it. Rowling went out. And just a long way for Kobe to go. Dropped into no man's land. So Williams gets himself a single. That's just the 5th hit for the Potters. And it'll bring up Jake Lavin, who has walked 3 times. Riley right now looking over the teams for the Star Wars and Disney. Is that what it is? Where's the Disney one? Because Star Wars is going to get weird. I'm going to need a couple innings on that one. Did they do Sith and all those people and Darth Maul and all those guys? Slice down the left field line, foul. Okay, didn't do Star Wars, but we have. Okay, so we got hurt. Both teams. Was it Luke Statwalker and Carson putting together their own teams? Okay. That is down low for a ball. So both teams have Peter Pan in center field. I think that's kind of cool. Some of these names I think that guy's Sully from Monsters Inc. is pitching against Zeus. So I mean, come on. That is outside. So Sully's on the mound. Slinky Dog at first base, isn't that on Toy Story? That's Pixar, though. Okay, we're going to go with it. All right, good. And Wreck-It Ralph behind the plate. That's good. I like that. That's outside. The other team has King Louie behind the plate. Gaston from Beauty and the Beast at third. Both teams have Slinky at first base. I guess so he can reach out and get all the throws. Yeah, okay. Well, that's well done, I guess. Lavin check swing, and he went around. It's 3-2. What else we got? Fix-It Felix. Is that just Wreck-It Ralph's little brother? Why Mike Wazowski is the second baseman. This guy from, you're going to put somebody from up on your team? What in the? Lavin fouls it off. He's not the guy with the balloons that goes up in the sky, is he? No, okay, good. And who is this guy? Oh, from like Lightning McQueen and that one? Okay, good. I like that guy. And Eve is the shortstop. Who's? Oh, a robot. I was going to say, I don't think the Bible is, Disney's got the Bible yet. Chopper down the first baseline, waiting for it is Maria. He will step on the bag for the out. And moving on to second is Brian Williams Jr. So Lavin is retired in his first official at-bat of the game. And Ethan Liao, who has walked and scored, got a 2-run single and been hit by a pitch and scored. So he has 3 RBIs, and he scored 5 runs, and he's only played a game and a half. Captain Hook at shortstop. Have you figured out how he's going to throw the ball? I want to know who put that down there. That is just ridiculous. Grounder out to shortstop. Delphin's going to go across the diamond to first base. He has got Liao for the out. Going to third was Brian Williams Jr. And with 2 outs, it's Ty McGraw, the hitter. So that doesn't make any sense. Captain Hook has one hand and a hook. So how's he going to throw to first? If he catches the ball, what's he going to do? Stab it and roll it to first? Ridiculous. McGraw has singled in a run, walked, and grounded out and drove in a run with the ground out. So he has now 7 runs batted in on the summer and 7 runs scored. Swings at that one and fouls it away down the left field line out of play. So Williams singles. He's made his way around to third on a couple of infield outs, and that's where he stands, ready for any ball to get away from. Liam Parrott behind the plate, and Brian will pounce. McGraw hits a grounder into the hole. That is going to get into left field, a base hit. RBI single for Ty McGraw, his 3rd RBI of the game. Williams scores, and the Potters pile on another run at 11-1. And Jason Hansen will be the hitter. No. Captain Hook should not be a middle infielder. He's going to catch the ball on his hook, and you're going to take it off of the hook and throw it to first. How long does that take? Well, are we taking a team from the Pokemon having Snorlax run down the line? Because he would not make it. That's the only guy you could throw it at first base. With Captain Hook at shortstop. 1-0. That's just... I'm just telling my team, hit it to shortstop. I know Zeus is pitching, so it's not easy to direct where you're going to hit it because he's all powerful and all that stuff, which kind of takes a lot of the fun out of it. I might put in the rule no gods or no demigods or something. Hercules playing left for one team. Two balls and no strikes. Henson, check swing, and it is ball 3. 3-0. The gentleman who came and asked me where to get Farmer's beer, stirred him to the Brick and Barrel backyard. He just came back with his Farmer's beer. Well done, sir. Half off because the first batter in the top of the 5th was retired. Fastball down the middle for a strike to Jason Henson. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Potters now have scored in every inning. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 4 in the 5th, and 1 here in the, 5 in the 4th, and then 1 here in the 5th. Popped up. I said 4 in the 5th, I meant 5 in the 4th. You knew that, though. I'm excited about this game that we're going to watch. Carson's team, I mean, so that means Luke Statmaker had Captain Hook. Statwalker. No, I don't know what the kid's thinking. Hanson takes down low for a ball. So McGraw goes to second. Hanson is at first. And Aiden Chang, who's into a double play, hit a sacrifice fly and got a bases loaded walk. So he has 2 RBI in this game as well.
I think this is the stronger team, honestly.
I can't give you, I mean, tell him to send Captain Hook to the bench and find somebody in the minor leagues and bring him up. Sliced down the right field line, and it is a foul ball. Giving chase over there was Gavin Soper. But it lands in the bullpen area, so it is 0-1 on Aiden Chang. 5 for 10 on the season with 4 runs batted in and now 5 runs scored as he scored back in inning number 4. Interesting that both teams have Slinky Dog at first base. I guess great minds thinking alike. Swing and a miss in the catcher's glove. 0-2. Stones McCoy compiled the 2025 Potters intern rankings board and gave it to me today with a bunch of things to put names on. And we put down 7 of the interns that I've personally met. They were in the rankings. Line drive, foul ball, left field. Also, Stones, and this is his idea, the non-intern rankings list. Right now it has 2 interns from last year, Carson and Elena. It's got Brock Raggets and Ray Garcia. Jason Riviello, who was an intern last year, and now it says he's a photographer or something. And, of course, Jordan Georgeson, who nobody knows what he is. So that's our non-intern list. Our intern list, Luke Statwalker's on top. Lux, Spencer Perhire, Brielle, who I just met today from Princeton, tremendous, plays softball there. Sydney, Jocelyn, and, of course, Voldemort. 0-2. Check swing did not go. And it is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Aiden Chang from Mount Marty University. That one is high, ball 2. Spencer Perhire just brought Willie a drink and invoked the great name of Sangria Boy, one of the all-time great interns, probably the first great intern. All he did was deliver sangrias everywhere, and he did a fantastic job. And now he's like an important person at some college or something. It just goes to show you, humble beginnings. You be a great intern, who knows what can happen to you. All of a sudden you're running a college or something. Remember that, Spencer Perhire. That could happen to you someday. Well, probably not you, but it could happen to other interns. It's not going to happen to Luke Statwalker. He's going to bigger and better things, that guy. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen. That was really a well-delivered drink that Spencer Perhire brought you, yeah. Out of saying, no.
On the upper side of this list.
That's why he's number 3, yeah. I mean, his personality will put him at the bottom, but he comes through time after time. Really? Okay, I'll keep that under advisement. 2-2 pitch. And the dirt gets away, 3-2. Runners will move up as Parrott tracks it down. So now it's McGraw at third, and Hanson moves down to second. And the count full now on Aiden Chang. Nicholas Goff, the third pitcher for the Red Tails. Bellani started, then Castillo for a third of an inning. Then Goff came in the 4th, finished that inning, and now has started and is 2 outs into the bottom of the 5th. Popped up out of play. Chang stays alive. Trying to prolong it for one more pitch. Brady Rinaldo on deck. High fly ball, left field, short left field. Shortstop's going to go back out and make the play. That's Delphin. So the Potters score once in the 5th. We go to the 6th, 11-1 Lincoln.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Top of inning number 6, Potters on top. Joshua Gentile making his second appearance of the season. He pitched the final inning in the game against Novato that the Potters won 7-3. He struck out 2, allowed 2 hits. And his first pitch is a ball to Gavin Soper, who is our Dueling Dogs batter of the game tonight. Left-handed hittering right fielder, 1 for 3 yesterday, struck out back in the 3rd inning. Breaking ball misses inside. 2-0. Gentile out of Stockton, California, also Gardner-Webb University. Line drive down the third baseline. That is a fair ball. It'll get into the corner. Run down by Winters, and Soper is coming at second base with a double. So Soper leads off with his second hit of the weekend. He is at second base with nobody out. And Kobe Rowling will be the hitter. No, it won't be Kobe Rowling. It will be number 1, Kai Mulich Reynolds. So Reynolds will come on for Rowling here in the 6th. Kobe was 1 for 2 and scored a run while he was in there, and Reynolds will be the hitter. Out of Dixon High School, the Rams. Look out, that's going to hit him, and that did not feel good as it came in at 89 miles an hour and hit Reynolds, who said, I just got here, why are you hitting me with a pitch? At least that's what I would have been saying. So first 2 runners reached base, 1 painfully here for the Red Tails. I'll bring up Danny Trujillo. So Trujillo up here with 2 on and nobody out. Remember, Potters got up 9-0 yesterday. It ended up 9-7. Trujillo hits one off of Trujillo down the third base line, so that'll be a foul ball. Hanson picks it up and just in case throws it to second. But there's no just in case. It's a foul ball. Danny Trujillo coming out of Oakley, California. He singled back in the first, struck out in the 4th, both against Will Yeary. He's up here now against Joshua Gentile. Fastball misses. 1-1. That's at 90 miles an hour from Joshua Gentile. He is 6'5" and weighs 230. Good looking pitch in there for a strike. Took something off that one and dropped it right in. 1-2 on Trujillo. Keaton St. Marie will be next. The first baseman for the Red Tails. Beautiful night out here now. We've got shadows everywhere. No more sun in the eyes of the fielders. Look out, that's inside. 2-2. Potters with the game against the Red Tails tomorrow. That's the 1st of June. Starting off June with the Red Tails, then a day off. Marysville Giants come in, then 2 days off before a weekend series. So a relatively light week next week. Breaking ball high. Runs the count full at 3-2. Mark your calendars for a big series, the 12th, 13th, and 14th when the Peloteros come in for that 3-game series. Look out, that is inside ball 4. So he had him 1-2 and lost him. Bases are loaded with nobody out. And Caden St. Marie will be the hitter. He has an RBI ground out and a strikeout, so he's 0 for 2, but he's driven in 1. And then we're going to have a meeting at the mound. I think Nate Kajowski is going to go out and talk to Joshua Gentile. Will Yeary went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits the first 2 batters he faced, 1 run and struck out 7 and retired his last 11. Then Drew Kirby came on for the 5th inning, gave up a hit but struck out 3. And now Joshua Gentile, and he's given up a double to Soper. He hit the pinch hitter Reynolds and then a walk to Trujillo. And St. Maria will be the hitter. other teams in the Pacific Empire League. Now, that's the Potters League. We're playing teams from out of league right now. We start league play on the 18th on the road at the Mudcats. Healdsburg Prune Packers, Humboldt Crabs, Medford Rogues, Solano Mudcats, and West Coast Kings. Check your schedules, and if you want to see some high-class Division I baseball action, all those games against those teams will be that. A great season last year as Healdsburg won the league and won a 2 out of 3 playoff against the Potters and went down and won the state championship. That is high for a ball. One ball, no strikes to Maria. Fouled back to the screen. 1-1 on Caden St. Maria. One and one. Nobody out here in the 6th inning. Look out, that's behind him, goes back to the screen. No advance coming up. Soper figures we're down by 10 runs. I'm not going to run myself into an out if that ball bounces right back. By the time it hit and went up in the air, it was a little bit too late. I think good move by Gavin to kind of just say, let's just chill. 2-1, and a good job at second base by Reynolds not to run up his back either. Just anticipate that he would go. Grounder first base foul. Handled pretty well over there by the first base coach. Nicely done. 2 balls and now 2 strikes on Maria. Brandon Rockmore on deck. Breaking ball down low, ball 3. Full count, nobody out. Swing and a miss, soft speed ball from Gentile. Got the big strikeout right there. 1 out, and Brandon Rockmore, the scheduled hitter, but I think we're going to have a pinch hitter. That is number 8. That is Caleb Catalano, who we saw yesterday. So Catalano will come up to hit for Rockmore. Rockmore was 0 for 2 while he was in there. Catalano, out of College of Sequoia, will come up here with 1 out and the bases still loaded in the top of inning number 6 on a beautiful night for baseball out at McBean Stadium. Mark the Phantom Low, Riley the engineer, many other people in the house. Check swing, did he go? He did. Stones McCoy himself brought the family out today and still refused to get Riley a snow cone. And then he went up to get it. He finally got to the front. They closed the door on him and said, we're not selling any more snow cones. And then they called him Stones. So maybe they knew who he was. That is low for a ball. Maybe they opened it up after he left, you think? Open it back up after he walked away? That's what I would have done. So not your night, Riley. And then you wanted to ask him to get you something else. He turned and walked away. Maybe you guys need to see some sort of family counselor or something. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Piper the Peacock going up on some unsuspecting fan. I don't know what the plan was there, Piper. Trying to frame him for throwing something at somebody. It doesn't seem like something Piper should be doing. Gentile 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Comes up with 2 strikeouts after loading the bases. And with 2 outs now, here's Julian Delphin. So Delphin comes up here. He is grounded to short and struck out. He's up here with the bases loaded, but now 2 outs. Outside for a ball. Potters pitchers are now struck out 12 in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 4 hits. 1 ball, no strikes on Delphin. Outside with a slider. Julian out of San Mateo High School comes up here with a 2 ball, no strike count. His team down big in the top of the 6th inning in the second of a 3-game series. Outside, all the way back to the backstop. Again, Soper is going to stay in, and this time it's even more important because that was ball 3, so it's 3-0. Aiden Chang gave everything up trying to retrieve that ball. Everything short of throwing the mask at it, which you can't do. Three balls, no strikes. On the corner, 3-1. Straight away in the outfield for the Potters. That's ball 4. And Delphin will get an RBI with a bases loaded walk. Scoring will be Gavin Soper. 11-2 is our score, and Rocco Giametti is the scheduled hitter, but he is not going to hit. I think that is number 19. That is Jackson Huffman. So Huffman will bat for Giametti. And I think we're going to have a pitching change also for the Potters. So we'll step away. We have the bases loaded. We're in the top of the 6th, 11-2 in favor of Lincoln. New pitcher Bobby Remedi has been on for 3 innings, 1 hit and 3 strikeouts so far. He's going to be pitching to Jackson Huffman, the pinch hitter for Giametti. Sharp grounder out towards second. Griffiths has it over to first, and he throws it wide. It gets past first base. 2 runs are going to score on the throwing error, and it's 11-4 in favor of the Potters. Scoring is Reynolds and Trujillo. Delphin went all the way around to third. And here's Beckett Montgomery, who has a ground out and a single. Line drive right field, base hit. Coming on in to score is Delphin. And Montgomery continues his hot hitting. He's got 4 hits in 2 games, another RBI for Beckett. And it is now 11-5 in favor of the Potters. And I told Riley a couple innings ago, I said, it's a little deja vu action here, and that's exactly what's happening so far. Second hit of the inning for the Red Tails, and Liam Parrott, the catcher, will come up. He's 0 for 2. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. Swing and a miss. Oh and 2 on Liam Parrott. He is the 9th batter to bat in this top of the 6th. Red Tails have scored 4. Misses with that slider outside. Gavin Soper, who started the inning, is on deck. He had a double, later scored. Fastball just inside. Parrott evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Montgomery at first. And Huffman at second. Strike 3 call. So Rometty comes in, strikes out the final batter. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a little bit tighter, 11-5.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. Our friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
If you're in need of a seasoned DUI attorney, contact the law office of Samuel D. Burns Incorporated. We are familiar with the laws surrounding your case, and we will work diligently to minimize the negative impact following a DUI charge. With a proven track record, Sam Burns works on your behalf to provide a positive outcome. He's been able to save his clients' driver's licenses and negotiate more favorable terms. Visit our website.
So many local businesses trust Wizix Technology Group when it comes to their office technology. Wizix is a full-service, locally owned company with exceptional service, supplies, and support.
Yeah. Hello there, everyone. It's the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 11-5. Nicholas Goff is back out on the mound for the Red Tails. He is their 3rd pitcher of the day. Came on in the 4th inning. He will face Brady Rinaldo. He will then face Brett Griffiths, and he will then face Kenneth Winters. Oh, look at that snow cone line. They told you the snow cone thing was closed, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people with snow cones. Where's your dad? Hopefully he's in the line to get you a snow cone. That is, I mean, take a picture. The kids take it to any court of law, and you convicted your dad. Oh, no, they closed it. inside corner for a strike on Rinaldo. He has walked twice and struck out as an RBI from a bases-loaded walk back in the 4th inning. That's in the dirt from Nicholas Goff out of Cal State East Bay. Bellani started, then Castillo, and Goff came on to close up the 4th inning, has been there ever since. "3-1" is ripped to left field. Moving back and making the catch in left field is Jackson Huffman, who came on for Giametti. So Brady put a charge in that one, but is retired on a line out to left, and then brings up Brett Griffiths, who is fly to left. He is singled and he is struck out looking. So he is 1 for 3 in his return to the Potters. Right-handed hitter against Nicholas Goff. High fly ball right field. Soper coming in, still coming in. Second baseman going out. Second baseman makes the play. Nice job out there, and we believe that is Reynolds playing second base. So 2 quick outs here in the 6th for the Red Tails, putting the Potters down 1-2. And here's Kenneth Winters, who struck out twice and into a fielder's choice. So Nicholas Goff trying to get by far the finest inning for the Red Tails defensively so far in this one, as they scored 4 times in the top of the 6th, and they're trying to shut down the Potters in the bottom of the 6th. It's hit well out to right field, but giving chase again is Soper, and he'll make the catch. So a quick inning for Goff. We go to the top of inning number 7. Potters on top 11-5.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place.
It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Top of inning number 7, Potters 11, Red Tails 5. Gavin Soper, the first hitter for the Red Tails against Bobby Rometti, who came on to close down the 6th inning. The right-hander got the strike out of Parrott to close it down, and he delivers a strike to Gavin Soper, who struck out in the 3rd but doubled and scored in the 6th. And Riley finally gets a snow cone from Dad. Oh, that thing is monstrous. They had to buy what did they get, the Glacier, the Titanic iceberg? What is that now? Check swing in there for a strike. So that's a building. That's not a snow cone. Cherry, cotton candy, bubble gum. That's terrible. It looks great, but that's terrible. Thanks, Dad, after you lied to the kid. Line drive right field. Fair ball down all the way to the fence. Soper rounds first, and he falls down, gets up to go to second. Retrieving the ball in right field is Ethan Liao. And still, even with falling down, Soper has his 2nd consecutive double. Hit number 6 for the Red Tails. And Riley is very happy, not because the Red Tails got a hit, but because. So here's Reynolds. Terrell Remain is warming up in the Red Tails bullpen, left fielder from yesterday. And here's Reynolds. Guy Reynolds, the hitter. He came on for Rolling in the 6th inning, was hit by a pitch and scored a run. Takes a strike, 0-1. So Soper with a couple of doubles in the 6th and 7th innings is now 2 for 3. And he's out at second base with nobody out here in the 7th inning. In the dirt, good block by Aiden Chang. Kept that one from going back to the backstop and kept Soper at second for at least another pitch. I've lost Riley. He is knee deep in the hoopla, as they say. That one is monstrous, dude. What is that, bubblegum? Oh, and you're liking it? All right. Well, Dad had to kind of, he kind of let us down when he said the thing was closed and we saw all the kids with the snow cones. Evidently, there was some sort of snafu, and they all got it figured out. And they started just pumping out snow cones, and yours probably took half of the remaining ice. 2-1. Three and 1 with that outside fastball. Danny Trujillo is scheduled next, the center fielder. Check swing, foul ball, inadvertent by Reynolds, and he'll have to stay up there for another pitch. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes now. That looks like a blood red one right there, Riley. Kind of like a little purple red action, little grape cherry. Love it. Outside, ball 4. Fourth free pass in the last 2 innings for Potter's pitchers. Before that, they did not issue a walk in the first 5 innings. So Danny Trujillo's coming up here, and it's getting uncomfortably tight, kind of like it got last night here. A game that the Potters had a 9-run lead, eventually won at 9-7. Trujillo has walked, he has singled, he has struck out. Ground ball foul down the first base line over by the Potters dugout. 0-1 on Danny Trujillo. Caden St. Maria is next. There's the all-white snow cone that we saw last year. Strike 2. What did you decide that was? Coconut or something? You tried to talk me into coconut, and I wasn't having any, and I think you'd... Well, we can look on the menu that your dad sent you. You can figure it out. 0-2. Check swing down low. Blocked by Chang, but Trio did not go around, so he'll be up there for another pitch. At least 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, they got coconut. I don't know anybody. What do you want coconut ice for? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it sounds kind of good, really. Here's the 1-2. Check swing again, down low. Good eye by Danny Trujillo as he evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pina colada. Now you're talking, Riley. Now you're talking. Cowbells resound as it's a 2-2 pitch, and it's inside, ball 3. Full count pitch. Chopped foul down the first baseline over by the Potters dugout. So we'll do it again with Danny Trujillo and Bobby Remedi. Soper at second, Reynolds over at first. Still nobody out here in the 7th. High fly ball, left center field. Williams on his horse, moving into left center. Got a beat on it, makes the catch, and guns it to third base on a line to keep the runner at second base. Autry hit it pretty well, but Williams all over the place in left center field, and then uncorked a beautiful throw to keep the runner, who wasn't going anyway. Soper was not taken off, so it just was more for show, but it was a nice show. 1 out, and Kane St. Maria will be the hitter. He has struck out twice and had an RBI ground out. That was back in the first inning until the 6th inning, the only run that the Red Tails had. It's on the corner, strike one. Then they scored 4 times in the top of the 6th. Shut the Padres down to the bottom of the inning, and now they're back in business here in the top of the 7th with 2 on and 1 out. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Caleb Catalano on deck. He is taking over the DH spot that was previously held by Brendan Rockmore, our favorite Flintstone musician. High fastball. Tried to get him to fish for it, couldn't do it. 85 miles an hour from Bobby Remini after an assortment of off-speed pitches that looked pretty fast, but unfortunately didn't find the strike zone. So it's 1-2 on St. Maria. It's golfed out to right field. Moving back is Liao. Still going back. He'll make the catch in front of the warning track. His throw is strong and gets it back into the infield. So well hit ball by St. Maria, but a nice play by Liao in right field. And a strong throw kept Soper at second base. Well, he was hoping it was over his head. He was going to be able to score anyway. But here's Catalano with 2 outs and 2 on. Double and a walk, and now 2 well-hit fly balls for the Red Tails. Catalano struck out back in the 6th. So he is 0 for 1. Caleb was 0 for 3 in yesterday's game. Breaking ball inside corner, strike one. All I see now is snow cones, Riley. I mean, there's thousands of them coming out of there. And you've got thousands of them in that one cup right there. That's got to be a jumbo extra, double, triple XL or something. Your dad got a new mortgage on the place. Swing and a miss, 0-2. It's okay, it's worth it. Get his kids happy. It was good to see your sister. I haven't seen your sister in a while. And she brought Colin from Boston with her. There you go. So it's quite the family night for the McCoys. 0-2 pitch, just misses the outside corner. One and 2. Luke Stoutwalker, the number 1 guy in our intern ranking. First day we've had him up on the wall. So Luke's looking to go wire to wire, and it might be a tough one for him. That is ball 2. Uh-oh. From Sabadas to Mexico. Sabadas to Mexico. Delivering the burrito bowl to Willie, and he desperately needed one. He was whining for 4 innings. He needed something to eat over there. That is a good-looking burrito bowl right there, my friend. Don't eat if you come out to the Potters game or before you come out. That's in the dirt, 3-2. Because between Fat Cat and Saboros to Mexico and whatever else we can find out here, you're not going to go home hungry. And then you cap it off with a monstrous, super jumbo-sized snow cone if Riley has left any ice in the building. Full count on Catalano. Runners will be going from first and second with 2 outs. Swings and fouls it down the third base line. So we'll have to do it all again here in the top of inning number 7. Yuri started, went the first 4, then Drew Kirby made his debut, went an inning. Gentile 2/3 of an inning. Remedi came in and closed out the 6th, and now he is in the 7th with a hit allowed, a walk allowed, and a couple of flyouts. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. Big strikeout by Remini. Nobody scores here in the 7th. We'll stretch it all out and come back in the bottom of the 7th with the Potters on top 11-5.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of Five Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
Five Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're Five Star Bank. How can we help you?
Out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. And I buy the bar double.
Nicholas Goff still out on the mound in the bottom of the 7th inning. He came on in the 4th. Remember to clean it up for Castillo, and he's been out there ever since through the 5th and the 6th, giving up just 1 run on 1 hit. Here's Brian Williams Jr., who has walked and singled. He has singled again, unless that's going to be a double as he lines it into right center field. Rounds first. He's thinking 2. He's going to pull up and go back to first with a solid base hit to right center. Just a 6th hit for the Potters today. The 2nd for Brian Williams. He's been on all 4 times. And Jake Lavin is our hitter. Jake has walked 3 times and grounded out to first base. And I would not be surprised to see Brian Williams, who got his 9th stolen base earlier in the game, take off. And I'm sure Nicholas Goff is aware of that as well. Williams does not get a big lead, and Lavin takes a good cut and misses it. Maybe Williams giving Jake a chance to take a cut, take a free swing up there before he takes off. Lavin 8 for 15 on the season. He scored 7 times. There goes Williams, and it's fouled off. So Brian will have to go on back to where he started. And we'll go 0-2 on Jake Lavin. If you think your team can beat the Disney team compiled by our 2 experts, I would tell them to send it somewhere, Riley, but I have no idea to tell them where to send it. I would love to get some other lineups. They go to first and Williams gets back. I mean, the guy who put Captain Hook at shortstop, according to Riley, has the better team even after Captain Hook is the shortstop. That is crazy. Well, of course it's the weakest part. It's terrible. 0-2 pitch lays off. It's 1-2. Wreck-It Ralph would be a good catcher in your estimation? All right, good. Slinky, everybody has Slinky. Fix-It Felix, is that Wreck-It Ralph's buddy? Okay, he's at second base. Captain Hook at short, which is ridiculous. 1-2, swung on and missed, and Lavin is down on strikes. That is the first strikeout, I believe. No, that's the second strikeout for Nicholas Goff. And here is Ethan Liao, who has walked, singled, hit by a pitch, and grounded to shortstop. He has scored twice. He has driven in 2. Throw over to first base, and Williams is back in, closer than I thought it was going to be. Cal Elvis is on deck to bat for Ty McGraw. That's a ball to Liao. 1-0. Slice foul by Ethan Liao. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. If Elvis does get up this inning and hit for McGraw, at the DH spot, Ty was 2 for 3 today. He scored a run and drove in 3. Makes him 11 for 20 with 8 RBI and 7 runs scored. Throw over to first again, and Williams barely gets back in. That was a quick throw by Goff, and St. Maria with the tag. But Bryan is back in. That gets away from the catcher. Williams is not going to need any more incentive than that. He'll get to second base. It'll be a wild pitch. And Liao now with a 2-ball, 1 strike count.
Yeah, that's it. Here, take this.
2 balls, 1 strike. Liao from Dublin, California. Swings and misses at the fastball from Goff. Tell you, whatever happens in this game, Nicholas Goff has really made a bid to be the most valuable player for the Red Tails. Eating up a couple innings and throwing strikes. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ethan Liao. One out, bottom of inning number 7. Fastball misses outside. Guy Reynolds at second baseman is coming over to try to keep Brian Williams close, leaving a big hole there at second base. If Liao can shoot it through there. He shoots it instead over to shortstop. They're going to go to third to get Williams, and the tag will be effective and will be efficient. And in other words, he's out. The fielder's choice will put Liao at first base. Williams just naturally trying to advance. Heads up play by Delphin at shortstop. Gets it over to Montgomery, and Beckett with the tag on the sliding Williams. Here's Cal Elvis batting for Ty McGraw out of Vacaville, California, University of California at San Diego. So Elvis is the pinch hitter. He is now the DH. He's got Liao at first base. He hits it up in the air, out of play. Cal at .333 on the season, 4 for 12. He's driven in 2. He has also scored 2. Elvis swings and misses at a high fastball. Parrott wanted to throw back to first base, but thought better of it. Probably a good decision on his part. And Elvis down in the hole at 0-2. Jason Hansen scheduled next for Lincoln, who lead this one 11-5. We are in the bottom of inning number 7 from McBean Stadium. High on the fastball to Cal Elvis. 1-2. Popped it up back up over us, so it'll do it again at 1-2. I think 1,300 fans in the building tonight. Fireworks and a Disney. Oh, recapping our Disney princesses too. Tinkerbell, Belle from Beauty and the Beast, Moana, and Ariel, I think is what it was, right, Riley? Swing and a miss. Elvis is down on strikes, and Goff does it again. We'll go to the 8th. Potters 11, Red Tails 5.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in our store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
We are in the top of the 8th inning from McBean Stadium. I am Mark the Phantom Lowe. That is Riley the Engineer. Potters 11, Red Tails 5. The Potters bringing out their 5th pitcher, Connor Doucette, the right-hander, 6'3", 215, out of the Woodlands in Texas State University. Julian Delphin will be the first hitter, then Jackson Huffman and Beckett Montgomery against Doucette, making his first appearance of the summer. And he misses down outside and low for a ball. Line drive right center field. Williams on the run. He reaches down and makes the catch. About waist high in right center field. He covers a lot of ground. I might have mentioned that before. Delphin hits the ball well, but he is retired. And that'll bring up Jackson Huffman, who came on for Giametti back in the 6th inning, reached on an error in a critical play in that 6th inning, so he is 0 for 1. So here's Doucette. Off-speed pitch in for a strike. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 0-2 quickly on Jackson Huffman. He fouls off the fastball from Doucette at 93 miles an hour. So he came with a couple of off-speeds, then threw the heater, and Huffman got the bat around enough to make contact. Here's the 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. Aiden Chang behind the plate. Jason Hansen at third. Brady Rinaldo is at shortstop. Brett Griffiths at second. Jake Lavin at first. Check swing, that's strike 3. Pulling the string on that one was Connor Doucette for his first strikeout. That is the 15th strikeout for the Potters tonight. They had, looks like 11 last night. I'll make that 14 as Williams struck out 3 in the 9th inning. So here is Beckett Montgomery, who's been kind of pesky. He was 2 for 2 last night. He's 2 for 3 today. He's got a run batted in. That was a single back in the 6th inning. He takes the fastball and he takes it outside for a ball. Beckett Montgomery from Willamette University. Up here with 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the 8th inning. Fastball misses again. I swear the crowd has grown in the last 10 minutes, but I think it's just everybody's come back from the various food lines and beer lines. All the snow cones are gone, so there's no reason to stay out there in line. All of a sudden we see how many people are really here. I tell you, you've got to watch out with the count out here because there's always people. I mean, Fat Cat still has people down there, and why not? 2-0. Montgomery slicing it into right center field, moving over. He's not going to get there. It's going all the way to the fence. He does it again, rounding first, headed for second. The throw gets in very quickly from Williams, but he is in at second with a double. So Montgomery, with his 3rd straight hit and 5th of the weekend, is at second base with 2 outs, and Liam Parrott, the catcher, is the next hitter. Beckett came in the 7th inning yesterday, got a single and a double, drove in 2 runs, and today 2 singles and a double, and he's driven in 1 run. Got him out once, so he is 5 for 6. I think he should get the start tomorrow, maybe. I don't know if that's the way it works. Here's Parrott. He is 0 for 3 so far. Breaking ball inside, 1-0. Winters, Williams Jr., and Liao in the outfield for the Potters. Will Geary started, went the first 4 innings. Outside, 2-0. And Kirby an inning, 2/3 of an inning for Gentile, an inning and a third for Bobby Remetti. 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, no runs allowed. And now Connor Doucette. And another right-hander warming up for the Potters in the pen. Hopefully he'll come out theoretically to end it in the 9th inning. Right now it's 2-0 on Liam Parrott with Gavin Soper coming up next. 3-0. Doucette with the 3-0, and it is strike 1. Parrott, not otherwise. He already was headed over to first base. He'll have to come back with a 3-ball, 1-strike count now. Montgomery out at second base, getting a healthy lead out there. Nobody really trying to keep him close. Chopper is going to be a tough play. No, it's a foul ball off the hitter. That's why it took such a big hop. John Alkire, the right-hander, who we saw yesterday, I think, for the first time all season. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Reached 93 on the gun, but he is warming up right now. But it's Parrott with a 3-ball, 2-strike count here in the top of the 8th. That's in there, called strike 3. Good job by Doucette to come all the way from the 3-0 hole. He gets Parrott on strikes. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Potters still on top, 11-5.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Teenage boy and a couple more from up the road.
Got a pitching change here, according to Willie Preston. I always listen to Willie Preston. He has number 26, Jason Spurgeon, coming into the game. So I'll go with what he says. Nicholas Goff was fantastic out there. Looks like it's Silas Holmes who's behind the plate. So Zane Silos Holmes is behind the plate. And on the mound is Spurgeon, and he delivers a strike. Three and 2/3 innings for Goff and just 2 hits and 1 run. Great job by Nicholas Goff in middle relief for the Red Tails. And now it's up to Jason Spurgeon in the bottom of the 8th to keep the Red Tails close. Tries the breaking ball and it misses to Hansen. One ball, 2 strikes. Hansen lines it right at the shortstop, and he'll make the catch, Will Delphin. So Hansen's retired on a line out to shortstop. Aiden Chang will be the hitter, the catcher, who has hit into a double play, hit a sacrifice fly, got a bases-loaded walk, and flied out to left. Not a busy day, picked up a couple runs batted in. Want to give one more shout-out to Epic Sports Cards. Brett Schaefer was out here today, Epic Sports Cards 30@gmail.com, or go to www.epicsportscards.com for information, or if you're on Insta, Breaks by Epic. Watch out. That one's going to hit him in the back, and Chang will go to first, and that one didn't hurt at all because it was an off-speed pitch, and it was very light, very gentle, very delicate. And he will go to first base. Here's Brady Rinaldo, who has walked twice, struck out, and lined out to left field. 0 for 2 in this one. It's a sharp grounder down to third, scooped up, go to second for 1. First is not in time. So good play at third by Montgomery to get it to Reynolds at second and try to turn the hard way 5-4-3, but it's a fielder's choice instead. And Rinaldo will stay at first base with 2 outs, and Brett Griffiths coming to the plate. Brett has flied to left, singled, struck out, and popped out to second. He takes a breaking ball. It misses for ball 1. Hits it high in the air, foul. Way foul down the left field line. So it's 1-1 on Brett out of Ball State University. He takes the off-speed pitch down low, gets away from Holmes, and he'll gun it down to second, but not in time. Wild pitch allows Rinaldo to get into scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Two-1 coming up to Brett. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on that one. It came in at officially 65 miles an hour. There's no way. I'm giving up 48. 2-2. Very difficult to hit the 48-mile-an-hour fastball. Griffiths hits it high and deep to left field. If that stays fair, it could be trouble. It is gone. A home run, Brett Griffiths. Welcome back to Potterland, my friend. Say hello to Reading. Say hello to Oregon. Say hello to everybody as he takes a little Weird step around second. I had to mean something right there. Brett Griffiths, a 2-run home run. It's 13-5. Just the 7th hit for the Potters in this game, and the second for Brett. He's now 2 for 5. And there was no doubt about that one, except maybe if it's going to stay fair or not. I need the info. I got to get my Post-it note. I got to get Brett Griffiths to sign my Post-it note. That's right. It's 100 miles an hour off the bat. No distance because it broke the sound barrier. I'm giving it 352. And here's Kenneth Winters. That's in there for a strike to Winters. Off-speed pitch drops in for a strike. 0-2 quickly to Kenneth Winters, who struck out twice, flied to right and into a fielder's choice. That one misses outside. Third home run of the season for the Potters. Tristan Russell, Ryan Villanueva, both have been postgame guests. And now Brett Griffiths, who will not be a postgame guest because we're not having a postgame because we have fireworks today. Swing and a miss, and Winters is out on strikes. So the Potters scored twice on the Griffiths home run. We go to the top of inning number 9. They are on top 13-5.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Top of the 9th inning, Evan Williams will be making his 3rd appearance. He's pitched 2 innings. He has given up no hits. He has struck out 6, and he has 2 saves. He was not in a save situation tonight, but here's Gavin Soper, who's got back-to-back doubles and is 2 for 3 so far in this one. Swings and misses at the Williams fastball. 86 miles an hour. Soper struck out in the 3rd, then doubled and scored in the 6th, doubled in the 7th. Takes the fastball and it's outside. Potters trying to improve to 5-1 on the season with Game 7 up tomorrow, I think. Yeah. Swing and a miss by Soper. 1-2. 105, remember, tomorrow between these two teams. It's a Slice Sunday, and it's probably a bunch of other stuff too, but I do remember that from, somewhere in the past, Slice Sunday. Military Appreciation Day, as it is every Sunday, inside to Soper, 2-2. Gavin out of Redwood High School. Showing a strong arm as well. Has got a couple of hits, strong arm in right field today. Threw a one-base runner out, trying to go from first to third on a base hit. Takes, calls, strike 3. That is the 17th strikeout for Potters pitcher so far today, and here comes Kai Reynolds. Reynolds came on for rolling back in the 6th inning and was hit by a pitch, scored a run, then walked. So he's been up twice, hasn't had to do much yet, been on base twice. Williams delivers outside, he delivers low, so it's 1-0. Slices that one foul out of play. One ball, one strike on Kai Reynolds. Danny Trujillo is next. Fastball is in there for strike 2. Actually took something off that one, did Williams. It's 81 miles an hour. Slices it foul off of one of the poles. Hear the ringing all the way through the neighborhood. Getting ready for some fireworks. Here's the 1-2. Fouls it back to the screen. Hanging tough is Kai Reynolds. 7 hits on the evening for the Red Tails. Montgomery has 3 and Soper has 2. Misses outside, 2-2. Looks like Terrell Scott Remain is on deck to bat for Danny Trujillo when that spot comes to the plate, which will be right after Reynolds. Pops it up right side. Giving chase is Lavin over at first base, and it's going to be just barely into the stands. And the kids are running after it, and it's rolling around, and the kid picks it up. Good etiquette by the other kid behind him. Didn't push him or anything. I guess that's not a high bar, but, you know, the world being what it is. I just don't want to see any violence, that's all. And they handled themselves, comported themselves in a very fine manner. 1-2 now on Reynolds. Misses low. 2-2. Should mention Aiden Chang behind the plate all night for the Potters. Out of Mount Marty University, the Lancers. Fastball caught the corner, call strike 3. So a pair of strikeouts for Williams in the 9th inning, and that'll bring up the pinch hitter. It's Terrell Scott Remain. Batting for Danny Trujillo, who was 0 for 3 with a run scored. He had walked and scored in the 6th. And here's Remain, who yesterday started in left field. He was 1 for 4. That's a swing and a miss. Oh and 1 on the pinch hitter. 2 outs here in the 9th. Check swing, and he go around. I believe he did. Let's ask, and no, he didn't. It's 1-1. That one is outside for a ball, 2-1. Fouls it back to the screen. So 2 balls. Uh-oh, there's the last strike guy here? Yes, he is. I didn't know he was here today. Last strike guy trying to get the crowd up there for the fireworks and get him ready to go. I did not know he was in the building tonight. He surprises you. He really does. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled down the left field line. That means you got to keep it going, last strike guy. That's what the original guy does that no one else does. They usually pause after the pitch. He just keeps on and going. 2-2 coming up. Pops it out of play. Can he keep it going? One more pitch. Look at him. He's visibly upset down there. Oh, there he goes. He's got his main man, Martin, down there helping him out. The assistant last strike guy, or assistant to the last strike guy. 2-2 pitch. Chopped out to shortstop. Big hop for Rinaldo. Takes his time across the diamond. That's ball game. Now Romaine almost beat it out, but he doesn't. 1-2-3 for Williams in the ninth. He closes it down. Our final score, Lincoln Potters 13. California Red Tails 5. Potters and Red Tails will do it again tomorrow. That'll be a 1:05 first pitch right here on these same broadcast networks, Stone's Broadcast Network, Lincoln Potters Baseball. Check it out and subscribe. A nod to Brett Griffiths. He returns to the Potters lineup. It's a 2-run home run, but our player of the game, our Raising Cane's player of the game for this one is Will Urey. 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run. He struck out 7. He got the win, and he retired the last 11 men he faced. No post game tonight because we got fireworks, so we'll say thank you for watching. Mark the Phantom Low, Riley the Engineer. Tomorrow at 1:05. We will see you then. Good night, everybody.
Harder that you try, baby, the further you'll fall.